Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number, I don't know, 34? 34, 35? One of them, doesn't matter. It's the one before our final pay-per-view of the year, Full Gear. And yeah, we've got some fun shows packed in. I think all of the matches for Full Gear have now been announced, but we will wait until the end of this video before we run through the final match card, just in case. We're here with Dynamite. There are no backstage incidents, so let's head straight into the pre-show with the Bunny and Sawyer taking on Kyrie and Sky Blue. And in a poor pre-show match, Kyrie and Sky Blue get the win when they defeat Sawyer with the sliced bread. Kyrie and Sky Blue do not work well as a team, so let's not put them together again. 54 rated segment, Kyrie with a 65, Sawyer and Bunny both getting a 42, and Sky Blue, 32. Come on, Sky. You're meant to be one of the good ones. Well, in real life, but maybe not in the game. Oh well, so that's the first pre-show match. The second and final pre-show match is more women's. Oh, I didn't think I did a double women's match, but hey ho. In a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling but not much heat, Deonna Purrazzo defeats Sari in 17 minutes with the Fujiwara armbar. This was listed as a technical masterclass because both of these women are in the 70s for that, so I just wanted to see what happens. And 60, not bad, I'll take it. 58 from Deonna and 53 from Sari. Nice, nice, nice. In this episode though, so in this Dynamite episode, we have got some singles action with CM Punk. He has said he hasn't been in the ring for a while, wanted some one-on-one action, so we've thrown him in a match with Roderick Strong. That will open the show. We also have a fun little main event. The American Dragon and El Generico are teaming up for the first time, our two resident superheroes, and they will be facing off against FTR, who apparently don't think superheroes are real. So they might be in for a shock tonight when they go 2-on-2 with some real heroes. Trust me, they're real. So you got that to look forward to, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's just dive straight into the opening match. CM Punk and Roderick Strong? Roderick Strong, yeah, sorry. 77, decent, I'll take that. In a superb opening match, CM Punk gets the win and defeats Roderick Strong with the Anaconda Vice. CM Punk with an 85, ooh, and Roderick Strong with a 70, decent. Roderick Strong always puts in a 70 plus match now, and I really like that. CM Punk as well, 85. I mean, I think he started off when he returned after the brand split. I think he was away. He was in like the mid 70s, and I was thinking, oh no, but he's done better now, and hopefully he can kind of keep that number consistent. So yeah, great opening match. No story to this, just a solid match. Following this though, we've got Daniel Garcia, Ricky Starks, and Swerve Strickland all just kind of hyping up Daniel Garcia for his match at Full Gear. And they're basically saying that Garcia is going to be bringing the World Light Heavyweight title to the New Wave, and he'll be the first and greatest champion in AEW. So yeah, hyping it up. Obviously Mercedes Moné is not here because she's away filming a TV show. It would have been nice to have her here as well, but what are you going to do? You can't bring them back for angles because they're literally like away. So that sucks. But 68, fine. Nothing to comment about this. Just a little bit of hype around our boy DG. We stay backstage, and El Generico is getting ready for his main event match tonight when Ron Killings is like, is that? What? Oh my god, it's El Generico! And Ron Killings kind of fanboys a little bit, being like, oh, I've never met a superhero before, oh my god. And he's like, can I get a pic? And El Generico is like, of course, citizen. And him and Ron Killings pose for a pic. And yeah, Ron Killings is just wetting himself a little bit because he's just met a superhero. So yeah, just a fun little segment. You know, Ron Killings is great at this kind of stuff, and El Generico is, of course, our local superhero. So why wouldn't you be excited to see him? Heading backstage still, I think. Yep, Miro and Coughlin are just talking to the camera, doing their own little pre-recorded promo. And Miro just says that he vows to rip the mask off of Brian, who he knows is the American Dragon, and El Generico, to reveal his secret identity and show that he's not a real superhero, because we don't know who's under the mask of El Generico. Also, just random, has anyone seen Rami Sabai? I haven't seen him in a while. Just came to my head. But Miro and the android Coughlin say that they're going to rip the masks off these heroes and, just pummel them down, because Miro doesn't like little guys, and these are two little guys, but they are super in their own way. 84 rated segment. Miro does great promo work, and Coughlin just kind of stands there. But he's good at that, so we'll let him continue. Finally, we get into another match, and it is Hikaru Shida taking on Soraya, the latest member of Bullet Club Gold. And in a decent match, Hikaru Shida gets the win in 12 minutes, beating Soraya and just building a little bit of momentum going into Full Gear, and also defeating Soraya, someone in Bullet Club Gold, so kind of targeting the only other woman aside from AJ Mendes who she will get her hands on in like 4 days time. Very exciting. 64, not much to say. Shida's great, Soraya's average. Yeah. Following this, AJ Mendes comes to the ring and just blindsides Hikaru Shida, taking her out from behind. She then grabs the mic and just says, "Hey, I'll see you in Full Gear," and just kind of like drops the mic on Shida's head and just skips off, because she's a bit of a crazy bitch, this one. Obviously helping Soraya up in the meantime, and her and Soraya kind of skip through. So yeah, that's building up the hype between these two. There's not a great deal of heat between the two of these, so I think it'll just be a standard match, but it should be good nonetheless. Following this segment, we've got tag team action. Kyle Fletcher, the new #1 contender to Bullet Club Gold's Jay White's international title, is in tag team action against two Bullet Club members, Juice Robinson and Chris Bay. And about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis get the win against Rock Hard, Hard Rock, Chris Bay and Juice Robinson, when Kyle Fletcher pins Juice with a tombstone pile driver. Looking at the numbers here, Kyle Fletcher with a 71. Awesome. Mark Davis with a 69. Great tag team action here. These two are slowly getting better together. And I mean, Aussie Open are Aussie Open, aren't they? 71 overall. I'll take it. I wish that this said Kyle Fletcher benefited from being in amazing form, but what are you going to do? So building a little bit of momentum ahead of his match against Jay White, which hopefully will be a fun one. After this, we have got a promo from Will Osprey, Lance Archer and Jake Roberts, this little alliance that they've built. Osprey just commenting on what Christian has been doing backstage, said, like, I've got no idea what he's planning, but in all honesty, I don't care. I'm one of the best wrestlers in the world. Christian doesn't scare me, Luchasaurus doesn't scare me, and Drew Galloway doesn't scare me. So Full Gear can't come soon enough. I'm going to dispose of Galloway and Christian at the same time. So yeah, he doesn't seem to give a shit what's happening between Christian and Drew Galloway. Unlike us, I'm very interested to see what's happening between them, but I guess we're going to have to wait until Full Gear, I would assume, at the very least. But we will have to see. This promo isn't the end of Osprey and Archer, because they are in tag action next, and they defeat the Guns with a 73 rated match. Osprey gets the win with the Stormbreaker. Looking at the stats though, Osprey with an 85, my boy. Lance Archer with a 73, and Austin and Colton Gunn, I don't know what's happened to them. They just float around the 40s forever now, so they're very much jobber tag team status, which is a little bit sad because I really like them. But maybe if we get some wins behind them, they can get better. But right now, they're a great team to just lose to, I guess. And then here, the performance of Will Ospreay stood out as being good. I think an 85 is more than good. And hopefully we get those kind of numbers against Galloway on Sunday, who I believe is still nursing an injury. But every time we've put him in a match, he's acted like he's not injured. So let's hope that continues through to Full Gear. After this, though, we have got a backstage segment just before our main event. And it is Brie Garcia, the wife of Bryan Danielson. And she's speaking to the American Dragon, asking him if he's okay, because she keeps calling him Brian though, which is strange, because she's talking to the American Dragon, not Bryan Danielson. I mean, we all know that it is Bryan Danielson. He's revealed that already. But come on, you know, play kayfabe, Brie. She's just checking to see if Bryan's okay. And Bryan, or the American Dragon, saying, yeah, no, I'm all good. He's like, El Generico helped me out, so, you know, I'm helping him out. And she's like, but do you really have to dress up like this? And he's like, well, Generico wouldn't team up with me if he wasn't teaming up with another superhero, so I've had to bring the American Dragon back. Don't worry, it's only temporary. And she's like, good, but, you know, maybe tonight you can keep the mask on. And he's like, ooh. And, yeah, a little cheeky moment there between Brie and Bryan Danielson. Happens too often. But this does lead to our main 95, by the way. Awesome. This does lead to our main event. The American Dragon and El Generico teaming up for the first time against FTR, who are a team not to dismiss so easily. Let's see how it goes. 76. I'll take that. It'll do. So in a bout that had great wrestling and good heat, the American Dragon and El Generico get the win. They defeat FTR in 24 minutes when the American Dragon makes Cash Wheeler tap out. In terms of performance, the American Dragon had a ring performance of 90. Generico and Dax with 75 and Cash with 73. So pretty good performances all round. I'll take that. And yeah, a solid win for the American Dragon and El Generico heading into Full Gear against the villains that are Miro and the android Alex Coughlin. That is how we end our show, but we have a final segment that is happening over on Twitter, and it's a big announcement, or kind of big. It's Jay White of Bullet Club saying that after he defends his title against Carl Fletcher, because he's already convinced he's going to win, the international title will be cross-brand from then on, meaning that in the past, whoever has the international title when the brand split occurs, that's the brand that the title has sat on. But starting Sunday evening, let's say, past the event, whoever is the international champion will have cross-brand status, meaning that they can float between Dynamite and Collision, and anyone can step up and challenge the international champion, just like all of our world championship titles. And Jay White, talking as if he's already won the match on Sunday, says that he will be appearing on Dynamite and Collision. So yeah, exciting news. That's more opportunities for more of our wrestlers. You love to see it. But that is how we end our show. Let's see how we did. 79. Awesome. I'll take that. I think our average rating in the US at the moment is 76. So anything higher than 76 is a win. And I will take it. So this is higher. So yeah. So this is our final Dynamite show before Full Gear. Not a great deal happened. Kind of just teasing the upcoming matches. So we've got Garcia when he faces Hook for the World Light Heavyweight Championship. We've got Generico and the Dragon just building a bit of momentum. Miro vowing to destroy them. Shida getting a nice win, but then being attacked by Mendes. Carl Fletcher getting a win as well. And then Osprey also getting a win. So every kind of match and angle in this show was kind of leaning towards a Full Gear match, which is very exciting. But Dynamite is over. Let's head to Collision and see what's going on over there. And again, it is the final Collision before our last pay-per-view event of the year. And we've got some fun matches, including the World Tag Team Champions taking on the World Tag Team #1 contenders in singles action. So that should be good. I'll see you over there. And we are here for Collision. And before we jump into Collision, we do have a number of backstage incidents. Let's take a look at those. First one is Yuka Sakazaki. She gave the locker room a lift when she did some spot-on impressions of some of her colleagues. Go on, Yuka, and your lively personality. Let's hope they're not all positive stings there. Britt Baker is just simply being fun and cheerful. So, nice one, Britt. What's Sammy done? Let's have a look. Sammy was brought for the rest of the court, not joining the rest of the locker room for a night out. I mean, he's got a wife, you know, why is he going to go for a night out? But Sting wasn't happy about that. You have to come for a night out with the entire locker room, you know, all 160 of us. And found him guilty, and he now has to buy drinks for everyone after the show. Bloody hell, Sting, you're just an awful person. And Shinsuke, what has Shinsuke done? Shinsuke Nakamura came to you backstage and said that he thinks that Calvin Tankman has a bright future and is willing to put him over in order to help take him to the next level. What a nice guy you are, Shinsuke. This is good for 1 match and 2 months. If I'm being honest, Shinsuke, I think Calvin Tankman's already better than you. I know, crazy that I'm saying that, but I genuinely think that Tankman's putting in better performances than Shinsuke right now. So, I mean, we can put Shinsuke in a squash match, but he is currently our World Trios champion, so maybe we don't want him losing. But yeah, that's all the backstage incidents. Sting still being a complete arsehole, but you know, that's never going to change, let's be honest. So let's just jump straight into the main show. And we are here. There's no pre-show matches because fuck it. We go straight into the main show, and it is the Legion of Pain making their main roster debut, and they are defeating Ortiz and Santana in 15 minutes with the last chapter. Looking at the numbers, not the best. Selmani with a 64, Dinza with a 60, Ortiz 62, and Santana with a 60. 60 overall, fine. Got the match, or got the show to a strong start, so that's kind of the most important thing. Very dominant display, kind of toying around with Ortiz and Santana. And post-match, Kingston and Tankman come to the ring, and they just call out the Combat Club and say, This is a preview of what is going to go down tomorrow night. Combat Club, you ain't ready for us. And in all honesty, if I saw these 4 blokes stood in front of me, Kingston's the least scariest, because Dinza and Selmani are like fucking giants, and Tankman is literally a tank. So yeah, poor Zack Sabre Jr. He's gonna get squashed by one of them. Yeah, 676, fine. Kingston's great on the mic. Wish it was a little bit better, but we move on. Following this, though, we've got some women's action, and it's Jamie Hayter defeating Chris Statlander in 13:49 with the Falcon Arrow. Jamie getting a nice win ahead of her match against Britt Baker. Finally, she gets her hands on Britt Baker, and that will be happening at Full Gear 2. She's got a 66 rating. Chris Statlander with a 53. Come on, Chris, step up. 65 overall, though, not bad. I believe we've got another match. Yes. This one did so well on the pre-show the other week that I thought I'd bump it to the main show and see how it did. And guess what? It's done worse. So in about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Malachi Black gets the win this time in 12:27 with the Black Mass. Malachi Black with a 66, Jeff Cobb with a 63, and a 69. Nice rating overall. Nothing to say about this. I just thought I'd throw it together and see how well it does, and it didn't do that well. We head backstage now, and Hangman Page just talks about Pac with Renee Paquette. Just says, I'm aware of the dangers that Pac poses. He's an incredible athlete. He's like the perfect mixture of strength and speed. You never really know what you're going to get when it comes to a Pac match, and obviously adding that extra layer of it being a ladder match now, I know what I'm in for, and I'm confident that I will come out as the AEW World Heavyweight Champion and keep my belt. So yeah, just a nice, honest Hangman Page interview, just laying it all on the table. So that should be a very exciting main event for Full Gear. Moving on, we've got a backstage segment where we can see Darby Allin is talking to Sting backstage. Sting obviously has retired from professional wrestling, but he is still backstage because he just keeps telling people off. But he seems to be having a word with Darby Allin about something, and Darby Allin looks like he's being told off like a little boy. He's nodding away, and he's struggling to go off script. Mate, you just got a nod. 74 overall, though. Kind of cool to see Sting back on screen, but at the same time, we won't be seeing a great deal of him, I don't think. And yeah, let's move on with the segment. Don't know what this is about, what they're discussing. Maybe Sting's giving him a bit of advice following his loss against Hook last week, but I guess we'll have to wait and see if we ever find out. After this, though, we have got a backstage segment between Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, the Golden Lovers, and they are hyping up their singles matches for tonight. Kenny will be facing Pentagon Jr. in the main event, and Rey Fenix will be taking on Kota Ibushi up next. 78, nice. And in about that had great wrestling and good heat. Rey Fenix gets the win. He defeats Kota Ibushi in 15 minutes with the Meteora. Kota with a 69, Rey Fenix with an 85. And Rey Fenix benefits from his hot new move. So that's 1-0 to the Lucha Brothers if we're keeping score. 78 overall, decent match. Kota, get better, my dude. Come on, we know how good you are. After this, though, Taz is just hyping up Hook, kind of like what the New Wave did in Dynamite with Daniel Garcia. Taz is just saying Hook is a generational talent. He's a once-in-a-lifetime athlete, and he is the definition of the future of professional wrestling. He will be here for years to come at the top level, and it starts at Full Gear when he wins the World Light Heavyweight Championship. So a nice little promo from Daddy Taz for Sonny Hook, and it will be hopefully a great match. Garcia Hook, I'm excited to see what happens, especially after Garcia's awesome performance, and Hook, who's been stepping up lately. All you need is a bit of momentum in the tournament to build some real stars. After this, though, Lafaxion are just cutting a cool promo about Takeshita and High Five, who will be their opponents at Full Gear. Just kind of shooting them, just saying, that Lafaxion has been around forever, and Shinsuke is one of the best performers in the world, and we have a solid foundation of experience, strength, power, speed, and you guys have been together for a week. We all know what's going to happen, so you might as well give up now. But very exciting stuff. Looking forward to that match as well. It should be a very interesting affair. And poor Dralistico is just, been pushed out of the way since Shinsuke's come in. 74 rate segment. Nice. Let's head into another segment. We love our segments. And it's just Jamie Hayter. She's just kind of asked what her opinion is on what Britt Baker said last week. And she just says, I don't care what Britt has in store. It can be whatever she wants it to be. As long as I get my hands on her and defeat her, that's all that really matters. So she can bring whoever she wants out. She can, cheat. She can whatever. But it's not going to matter because Jamie Hayter is going to get her woman and she's going to pin her 1, 2, 3. So Jamie Hayter very confident heading into her grudge match with Britt Baker at Full Gear. That should be a very interesting affair, especially because Britt Baker has a surprise in store, whatever that may be, and I'm sure we will find out at Full Gear. This does take us to our main event of the night, Kenny Omega against Pentagon Jr. Let's go. 76. I thought it'd be better than this, not gonna lie. Why was it so low? Hold on a second. Kenny got an 86, Pentagon got an 82. Let's have a look. Penalised for the odd face heel combination. Hold on, are they both faces? I thought Pentagon was a heel. Who knows? Oh well. 86 from Kenny, 82 from Pentagon. Pentagon and Abrahentes have great chemistry. Kenny Omega's got a hot new move, and Kenny gets the win. Forgot to mention that in 22:51 with the one-winged angel. 76 overall, not the best, but I'm sure their tag team match is going to be far superior. And that is how we end our show. It's one apiece between the Golden Lovers and the Lucha Brothers. So I guess the decider will be at Full Gear, and the winner will be getting those World Tag Team Championships. Can the Golden Lovers defeat the Lucha Brothers, who have been on an incredible streak as World Tag Team Champions? But before that, let's find out our final score. 78. Cool. Again, this wasn't going to be like a world-beating episode. It's more to just advance and highlight those matches that we've got for Full Gear. And now that we are at the end of this episode, let me just run down the card for Full Gear. I've got it all written down here, and this will be the running order of the show. You ready? Let's go. So, for the AEW World Trios titles, it will be Lafaxion taking on Takeshita and High Five. Following that will be the International Championship, where Jay White takes on Kyle Fletcher. Then we have El Generico and the American Dragon taking on the villains that are Miro and Coughlin in tag team action. AJ Mendes will be defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Hikaru Shida. And after that will be the big one in my eyes, the World Light Heavyweight Championship match. Daniel Garcia against Hook. Who's your money on? Let me know. Following that match, though, we do have the World Tag Team Championship match between the Lucha Brothers and the Golden Lovers, one apiece at the moment. Who's going to take home the gold? We then have the FTW the World Championship. Will Osprey defending against Drew Galloway. Will Christian be there? Will he get involved? What's his plan? Who knows? Following that is the big mean match, the 4-on-4 Ultra Violence, as Eddie Kingston is calling them, against the Combat Club, which should be a chaotic match. Heading into our last two matches, it is Britt Baker facing off against Jamie Hayter in our kind of sub-main event. Again, what has Britt Baker got in store? Will we find out at Full Gear? You have to wait and see. And then it is finally our main event, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship match, Championship ladder match. Hangman Adam Page defending against the Bastard Pack. So yeah, that is the card. It will be in the description of the next episode. So before you start the episode, jump into the description, take a look at the full match card in writing, and please leave your predictions on who you think is going to win and see if you got them right. But yeah, that is the end of this one, guys. Next episode, we are at Full Gear. Should be a great show. Our final pay-per-view of the calendar year. It's almost Christmas, guys. What's on your list? Let me know. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, do it all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.